Hey, it's Jacqueline, and we're going to be talking about blood splatter specialists. These people tend to collect and analyze physical evidence specializing in blood. These specialists in forensic science, crime scene investigation, and examine the location and shape of blood drops, stains, and puddles and pools of blood. You have to be able to interpret blood stains at crime scenes in order to recreate the actions of what caused the bloodshed. Analysts examine the size, shape, and distribution of the location of the bloodstains to form the opinions about what did or didn't happen at the crime scenes. To be in this field, you must have an associate's or bachelor's degree related in chemistry, forensic science, or biology. You can get a degree at Johns Hopkins, Columbia College, or an associate's degree at many community colleges. Some high school graduates may qualify if they have at least 4 years of experience as homicide investigators or a crime scene technician. To be able to certify, you must have at least 3 years of experience in bloodstain pattern identification, and in addition, you must have completed a 40-hour photography workshop and training. A full-time blood splatter analysis usually makes somewhere between $50,000 to $65,000 per year. The U.S. BLS reports the pay is increasing every year since 2017. This is usually a full-time job every day and can be called out to a crime scene investigator any time of day. Most tend to work long hours and can be called out during the night. A day in court for a blood splatter specialist is very big. They can bring a lot to the table. Let's say a specialist gets called in for a big murder, or that a famous rapper got killed in the middle of the night. They were stabbed with a knife in the house, and it was called in by their manager, who was also there. The specialist goes in and will take pictures of the blood, the way it pools or fell on the surface to recreate the murder. The manager said that Big Dog the rapper was killed in a room while he was sleeping in his bed, but the specialist knows that there would be more pooling of the blood near and around the man's bed because if he was sitting still, the blood would fall into one pile. Instead, it was speckled around the room as if he was moving around, maybe trying to fight back. This is what it would look like if he was trying to move around the room. There was a pool of blood in the living room that looked like someone was trying to wipe it up before someone got there. This is what a pool of blood would look like if someone was sitting still in an area and bleeding. The manager's story was not matching up at all with the bloodstains on the floor. The specialist can tell pretty quickly by the way that the blood is splattered how the person's body was moving or what they were doing in the moment of time that the blood's fallen on the floor. They're taking pictures and they can use it as evidence against the manager for the murder of Big Dog the rapper. A very big case known around was the U.S. was the O.J. Simpson case. Although he got out of it, most experts knew he was guilty by finding lifted blood that matched both the victims in his own car. The blood outside the house was on the concrete and had his footprints in it. This case had many debates and people still learn about it today. Henry Lee was a big part of this case, and it was a very well-known person in this field. He was a bloodstain expert on the case of O.J. and found many splatters and lifted blood leading right back to O.J. Simpson. This is what outside the house looked like with the footprints in it and the blood. In conclusion, a blood spatter specialist plays a huge role in investigations by knowing different types of splatter and being able to replay scenes without actually witnessing them. Although it might have some long nights, it's worth it once the case is over. And this is a college that you can get your degree in, which is Johns Hopkins. You can get your bachelor's degree in forensic science.